Welcome guys on Marvin the Teacher. On this video, we will be assessing the theory of inquinamento e smaltimento dei rifiuti, which is the contamination and how to, let me say, how and where we are supposed to throw away the, let me say, exhausted oil or the used oil of the engine and other liquids in the vehicle, the right place that they must be rejected or thrown away. Okay, because there are many liquid in the vehicle. For instance, the oil, you can't just pour it on the road, okay, or in the rivers. They have specific place where you must take it to. Okay, so in this teaching, we will see the theory of the topic, Consumi e rispetto dell'ambiente, which is also has to do with the contamination and also the consumption of the fuel. It is one of the topics of Patente B, which is many people find it actually difficult. By through the teachings of Marvin the Teacher and the explanation with this animation, the understanding is very easy. Like the video, subscribe, enjoy the studies with Marvin the Teacher. So now we are going on inquinamento e smaltimento dei rifiuti. That is contamination and the pollution on the road. Okay, so we are going to see what it's all about. So let's proceed. Aumento dei consumi, that is increase in the consumption, increase in the consumption. So let's see concerning the increase of the consumption. When we use what? The air condition or the heater in our vehicle or the music in the vehicle, which is the tape in the vehicle, there we consume more, or it increases the consumption of the fuel and also of the electrical part of the vehicle, which is the battery. Okay, so all these electrical parts increase in the consumption of the fuel. When we accelerate, we increase the consumption of the fuel. Okay, accelerating too much also increase the consumption of the fuel. When we do what? When we increase our speed and reduce it and then increase it again, it also increase the consumption of the fuel. Now, these are the few things that also increase the consumption of the fuel. Aumento consumo carburante, increase in the consumption of the fuel. It comes by pneumatico sgonfio, that is if the tire is flopped. And if the tire is flopped, it also increase aumento dell'attrito. Okay, so all these things increase the consumption of the fuel. When we are towing other vehicles, it also increases the fuel because of the extra weight behind us. When we open the top of our vehicle and also the windows of our vehicle and we are proceeding, driving with speed, it also increases the consumption of the fuel. When there is ice or snow on top of our vehicle, it also does what? Increase the consumption of the fuel. Marvel Melody, good morning. How are you doing? I believe you are doing great. Okay. Just make sure you learn something from the topic that I am broadcasting, okay? God bless you. When there are luggages on top of our vehicle, what does it do? It increases the weight of the vehicle, and by increases the weight of the vehicle, it affects also the aerodynamics. In this manner, we increase the consumption of the fuel because of the extra weight on top of the vehicle. Inquinamento atmosferico, which is the contamination of the atmosphere. Let's see the contamination. What can contaminate the air? When the exhaust pipe tube is very, very dirty and the smoke is black, it consumes a lot, the atmosphere. Okay? When we are caught, when the police catches us, what will happen is that they will give us a serious multa. Why? Because of the consumption of the pollution of the air. Is that clear? Is that clear for everyone? If it is clear, write in the comment section, it is clear. Okay, so that I know you are hearing me. Okay, let's move forward. Why is it that the vehicle's exhaust pipe tube is polluting a lot? Number one, the oil can be dirty, or it could be that the marmita catalytica is deteriorata, means it is spoiled. So it's in a state whereby it must be changed. So this one too is the ignition of the engine. What does it do? What is the purpose? Let's check it out. When it is not working, because through that we can ignite the vehicle, start our engine. If it is not working properly, what must we do? Take the vehicle to the mechanic and change it. Is that clear for everyone? When we realize the vehicle is polluting a lot, periodically we have to change the filter of the oil and the filter of the air. Filter of the oil, filter of the air. The exhaust pipe tube also, if it is polluting a lot, if it is not responding accordingly, it must be changed. Okay, be replaced, not repaired. It has to be changed with a new one. The turbo of the engine or the vehicle should be replaced if it is polluting and also not functioning accordingly. Now, the changing of the gears of the vehicle is according to the speed that we have to circulate. So you cannot be circulating at 80 kilometers per hour speed and your vehicle gear will be in the gear number 2. You will be deteriorating or destroying the marmita catalytica or spoiling even the engine itself. So you circulate with the right gear and the right speed. You reduce your speed at a bumping. So you start reducing your speed ahead before you get to the bumping. The heater is to melt the, let me say, the ice on the windshield so that we can see well the road. when circulating on the road. The consumption of the fuel reduces when there are few luggages or when there are no luggages at all on top of our vehicle. In a tunnel, what must we do? Are we allowed to accelerate in a tunnel? No. In a tunnel, when there is a traffic, we have to stop and possibly off the engine to avoid unnecessary consumption of fuel. Is that clear to everyone? Very good. These are the kind of vehicles positioned according to how much they pollute. Position how? According to how much they pollute. So now we know that benzene pollutes more than diesel. Gas, GPL metano, pollutes less than benzene and diesel. We know that electric and hybrid vehicles, they do not pollute at all. I repeat, these vehicles are positioned in the order of pollution, meaning benzene and diesel pollute more than gas and GPL methanol. Meanwhile, electrical and hybrid, which is electric and hybrid vehicles, do not contaminate at all. Is that clear for everyone? Very good. So this is the scale of pollution. What are they showing us here? Welcome, Paul ID. Marvel Melody. I'm glad you are understanding and you are learning something. Make sure you also like the video and subscribe. Now let's go into the explanation of the contamination caused by the vehicles and the different type of categories of vehicles and which vehicle contaminate more and which vehicle contaminate less. Enjoy the studies with Marvin, the teacher. Veicoli Euro 0 are the types of vehicles that pollute more. Veicolo Euro 5 are the vehicles that contaminate less or pollute less. So in the question, you are always being referred as in veicoli di categoria Euro 0 contaminano di più. You know the answer is falso because Euro 5 contaminate what? Less. And Euro 0 contaminate what? More. So the word inquina means it pollutes. Do you people remember those questions? If you have been watching the topics, all the topics, and you have come across this topic, what I just said will be very, very easy, and you'll remember it. Okay, Madam Jane says she always comes around those questions when she's doing the quiz. Yes, of course. So now you have it clear, whereby you cannot mistake it. So I repeat it. This one is the topic of consumption and the pollution of the atmosphere. It's a very short topic, but a little bit complicated if you are not being taught in the right way. It's so simple. So Euro 5 inquina di meno, contamination is less. Euro 0 contaminates more, period. Case die. You can go and sleep now. Case die. Let's move forward. And I hope you are liking the video. So, car, bicycles, buses, each one, according to the type of alimentation, okay, it will determine how much it pollutes. Of course, the bicycle is not polluted. The bus pollution is less. Meanwhile, the ordinary car pollutes more because they use benzene or diesel. Now, race vehicles, because of the turbo acceleration, they pollute even more. They pollute even more. Inquinamento acústico, which is the contamination or the sound contamination, meaning using the horn on the road or accelerating on the road, also contaminates or pollutes the atmosphere of the sound being made on the road. So here the car is turning on the curve. If the car turns on the curve through acceleration, it will be making a lot of noise on the road. So when turning on the curve, do not accelerate, just circulate normally. Is that clear? When the cars are circulating on rocks or on a sandy road, they also create a lot of noise. Do not accelerate unnecessarily in an empty road because you'll be polluting and also making a lot of noise where people habit. Do not press the horn unnecessarily when it is not needed, so that you not pollute the atmosphere with the sound. Okay, you not be disturbing with the sound. The exhaust pipe tube, if it is exhausted or broken or faulty, it must be changed or replaced, not repaired. Remember, not repaired. It must be changed. Ok? Deve essere cambiato. The brake disc, the brake pad must be changed to avoid noises if it is rusted. If it is what? Rusted. These are very, very important things to know and also to practice on the road. Smaltimento corretto dei rifiuti dei veicoli. How to throw away, let me see, rifiuti is, let me say, the parts, or let me say the dirty waters in the vehicles. So let's see which type of vehicles are they talking about. So the rifiuti is talking about the garbage, okay? The garbage that are in the vehicle, and also the dirty waters in some of the vehicles, because now we are going to look at the specific vehicles we are talking about, apart from the ordinary cars that we use, which the dirty waters could be, or liquid could be the oil, which is very old, or liquido di raffreddamento del motore, which is the coolant of the engine. So now let's see specifically what Marvin the teacher is talking about, okay? So here you see that he's throwing away old engine oil. You can't throw it in the river
or on the side of the road. It is not allowed. If the police catch you, they'll give you multa. So you have to take it to a mechanic so that they can throw it away in the right manner in order not to pollute the atmosphere or the environment. So it says exhausted oil or used oil, we must not throw it on the terreno, which is on the floor. We must not throw it inside in the river water. We also must not throw it in the gutter, that is tombini della fognatura. Fognatura is the gutter. Is that clear? I believe it is clear for everyone. What must we do with the old oil? Take it to either a mechanic so that they can throw it away in the right manner. Liquido antigelo, which is the coolant of the engine. I repeat, the coolant of the engine. We take it to the officina, or we take it to the authorized company that can dispose it in the right manner. Ok. Su olio esausto, evitare il contatto con la pelle per un tempo prolungato. The exhausted oil or the used oil of the engine should not be touching our skin because it's very dangerous. Okay, it's very, very dangerous. The used battery, we must not leave it in the environment or throw it in the environment, but we have to take it back to the rivenditore, which is where we bought it, or anyone who sells battery, so that they can dispose it in the right manner, in the right way. I believe you are learning something. Now, camper van. This is a parking spot for the camper van where they can park and also where they can throw away dirty waters, okay, from the camper van after driving for a long time. Abbandono sul terreno. Più residui di riparazione, oli liquidi, sanzione amministrativa, meaning if you leave on the floor batteries or other parts of the vehicle, or throwing away oil or liquid of the vehicle in any part of the environment, you'll be given a sanction which is called multa, sanzione amministrativa. Is that clear? So these are very important things to know in order not to practice the wrong thing on the road. If your vehicle is broken and you want to throw it away, you have to take it to the autodemolitore, which is where the vehicle will be disassembled and, of course, destroyed in the right manner. And this is, of course, the end of this topic. So guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Mawin the teacher. I believe you have learned something. See you the next time. God bless you.